It's Minnie, dear sister. You would think that we have already suffered enough. For the curse on Oedipus, I cannot imagine any grief that you and I have not gone through. And now, have they told you of the new decree of our King Creon?
Heard nothing. I know that two sisters lost two brothers, a double death in a single hour. And I know that the Argive army fled in the night, but beyond this, nothing.
I thought so, and that is why I wanted you to come out here with me. There is something we must do. This is me. Creon buried our brother Antigone with military honors, gave him a soldier's funeral. And it was right that he should. But Polonices, who fought as bravery and died as miserably, they say that Creon has sworn, no one shall bury him, no one mourn for him, but his body must lie in the field, a sweet treasure for carrion birds to find as they should search for food. This is what they said, and our good Creon is coming here to announce it publicly, and the penalty, stoning to death in the public square. There it is, and now you can prove that you are a true sister or a traitor to your family.
Are you mad? What could I possibly do?
You must decide whether you will help me or not.
I do not understand you. Help you in what?
It's me. I am going to bury him. Will you come?
Bury him. You have just said the new law forbids it.
He is my brother, and he is your brother too.
Think of the danger. Think what Creon will do.
Creon is not strong enough to stand in my way.
Ah, sister. Oedipus died, everyone hating him for what his own search brought to light. His eyes ripped out by his own hand, and Iacasi died. His mother and wife at once. She twisted the cords that strangled her life, and our own two brothers died, each killed by the other's sword. We are left. But oh, Antigone. Think how much more terrible than these our own death would be if we should go against Creon and do what he has forbidden. We are only women. We cannot fight with men. Antigone, the law is strong. We must give in to the law. In this thing, and then worse, I beg the dead to forgive me. But I am helpless. I must yield to those in authority. I think it is dangerous business.
If that is what you think, I should not want you, even if you ask to come. You have made your choice. You can be what you want to be, but I will bury him, and if I must die, I say that this crime is holy. I shall lie down with him in death, and I shall be as dear to him as he to me. It is the dead, not the living, who makes the longest demands. We die forever. You may do as you like. So, since apparently the laws of the god mean nothing to you.
Deal to me, but I have no strength to break laws that were made for the public.
That must be your excuse, I suppose. But as for me, I will bury the brother I love.
I am so afraid for you.
You need not be. You have yourself to consider, after all.
No one must hear of this. You must tell no one. I will keep it a secret, I promise.
Oh, tell it. Tell everyone. Think how they hate you when it all comes out. If they learn that you knew all about it all the time.
Fiery! You should be cold with fear.
Perhaps, but I am doing only what I must.
You do it? I say that you cannot.
Very well. When my strength gives out, I shall do no more.
Evil things should not be tried at all.
Go away, Ismene. I shall be hating you soon, and the dead will too. For your words are hateful. Leave me my foolish plan. I am not afraid of the danger. It means death. It will not be the worst of deaths. Deaths without honor.
If you feel that you must, you are unwise and loyal friend indeed to those who love you. What does this mean? Surely this captive woman is the Princess Antigone. Why should she be taken?
Here's the one who did it. We caught her in the very act of burying him. Where's Creon?
Just coming from the house. What has happened? Why have you come back so soon?
Oh, King, a man should never be too sure of anything. I would have sworn that you'd not see me here again. Your anger frightened me so, and the things you threatened me with. But how could I tell then that I'd be able to solve the case so soon? No dice throwing this time. I was only too glad to come. Here's this woman. She is the guilty one. We found her trying to bury him. Take her, then question her, judge her as you will. I'm through with the whole thing now, and glad of it.
But this is Antigone. Why have you brought her here?
She was burying him, I tell you.
Is this the truth?
I saw her with my own eyes. Can I say more?
The details. Come, tell me quickly.
It was like this. After those terrible threats of yours, King, we went back and brushed the dust away from the body. The flesh was soft by now and stinking. So we sat on a hill to windward and kept guard. No napping this time. We kept each other awake. But nothing happened until the white round sun rode in the center of the round sky over us. Then suddenly, a storm of dust rolled up from the earth, and the sky went out. The plain vanished with all its trees. In the stinging dark, we closed our eyes and endured it. The whirlwind lasted a long time, but it passed, and then we looked, and there was Antigone. I have seen a mother bird come back to a stripped nest, heard her crying bitterly a broken note or two, for the young one stolen. Just so, when this girl, she wept and cried on heaven to damn the hands that had done this thing, and then she brought more dust and sprinkled it 3 times for her brother's ghost. We ran and took her at once. She was not afraid, not even when we charged her with what she had done. She denied nothing, and this was a comfort to me, and some uneasiness, for it is a good thing to escape from death, but it is no great pleasure to bring death to a friend. Yet I always say, there is nothing so comfortable as your own safe skin.
And you, Antigone? You with your head hanging? Do you confess this thing?
I do. I deny nothing.
You may go. Tell me briefly. Had you heard my proclamation touching this matter?
It was public. Could I help hearing it?
And yet you dared defy the law.
I dared. It was not God's proclamation. The final justice, the rules that world below makes no such law. Your edict, King, was strong, but all your strength is weakness itself against the immortal and recorded laws of God. They are not merely now, they were and shall be, operated forever beyond man utterly. I knew I must die, even without your decree. I am only mortal, and if I must die, now before it's my time to die, surely this is no hardship can anyone live me, as I live with evil all about me. Think death less than a friend? This death of mine is of no importance. But if I had left my brother, lying in death unburied, I should have suffered. Now I do not. You smile at me? Ah, Creon. Think me a fool, if you like, but it may well be that a fool convicts me of folly.
Like father, like daughter, both headstrong, deaf to reason, she has never learned to yield. She has much to learn. The inflexible heart breaks first, the toughest iron cracks first, and the wildest horses bend their necks at the pull of the smallest curb. Pride? In a slave? This girl is guilty of a double insolence, breaking the given laws and boasting of it. Who is the man here? She or I? If this crime goes unpunished, sister's child or more than sister's child, or close yet in blood, she and her sister win bitter death for this. Go, some of you, arrest Ismene. I will accuse her equality. Bring her, and you'll find her sniffling in the town here. Her mind's a traitor, crimes kept in the dark. Cry for light, and the guardian brain shudders. But how much worse than this is brazen boasting of bare-faced anarchy.
Creon, what more do you want than my death?
Nothing. That gives me everything.
Then I beg you, kill me. This talking is great weariness. Your words are distasteful to me, and I'm sure that mine seems so to you. And yet this should not seem so. I should have praise and honor for what I have done. All these men here will praise me, were their lips not fortune shut with fear of you. All the good fortune of kings, license to say and do whatever they please.
You are here alone, in that opinion.
No, they are with me, but they keep their tongues in leash.
Maybe, but you are guilty, and they are not.
There is no guilt in reverence for the dead.
But Eteocles, was he not your brother too?
My brother too.
And you insult his memory?
The dead man would not say that I insulted.
He would, for you honor a traitor as much as him.
His own brother, traitor or not, and equal in blood.
He made war on his country. Eteocles defended it.
Nevertheless, there are honors due all the dead.
He made war on his country. Eteocles defended it.
Nevertheless, there are honors due all the dead.
But not the same for the wicked as for the just.
Ah, Creon. Which of us can say what the gods hold wicked?
An enemy is an enemy, even dead.
It is my nature to join in love, not hate.
Join them, then, if you must have your love. Find it in hell! But see, Ismene comes. Those tears are sisterly, the cloud that shadows her eyes rain down the gentle sorrow. You too, Ismene, snake in my ordered house, sucking my blood stealthily, and all the time I never knew that these two sisters were aiming at my throne. Ismene, do you confess your share in this crime or deny it? Answer me! Yes, if she will let me say so, I am guilty.
No, Ismene, you have no right to say so. You would not help me, and I will not have you help me.
But now I know what you meant, and I am here to join you, to take share of my punishment.
The dead man and the gods who rule the dead know whose act this was. Words are not friends.
Do you refuse me, Antigone? I want to die with you. I too have a duty that I must discharge to the dead.
You shall not lessen my death by sharing it.
What do I care for life when you are dead?
Ask Creon, you're always hanging on his opinions.
You are laughing at me. Why, Antigone?
It's a joyous laughter, Ismene.
But can I do nothing?
Yes, save yourself. I shall not envy you. There are those who will praise you. I shall have honor, too.
But we are equally guilty.
No more, Ismene. You are alive, but I belong to death.
Gentlemen, I beg you to observe these girls. One has just now lost her mind. The other, it seems, has never had a mind at all. Grief teaches the steadiest minds to waver, King. Yours certainly did when you assumed guilt with the guilty. But how could I go on living without her? She is already dead. But your own son's bride. There are places enough for him to push his plow. I want no wicked woman for my sons. Oh dearest Hymen, how your father wrongs you. I've had enough of your childish talk about marriage. Do you really intend to steal this girl from your son? No, death will do that for me. That she must die? You dazzle me, but enough this talk. You, there! Take them away and guard them well, for they are but women, and even brave men won when they see your death come.